So, what is the European Union? First up, let's take a look at why the EU exists. What is EU, and how does it benefit its state members directly? Second World War is over. Europe is in ruins, economies are plummeting, and 50 million people have lost their lives. One thing is certain, for us to be able to live in peace, we will need to cooperate with each other. In the aftermath of the Second World War, the first steps were to foster economic cooperation between nations. The result was the European Economic Community, created in 1958 with the initial aim of increasing economic cooperation between 6 countries: Belgium, Germany, France, Italy, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands. In time, this collaboration has evolved into an organization spanning many different policy areas, from climate, environment, and health to external relations and security, justice, and migration. The European Union has many institutions, but the most important are those that can make laws that affect member states and citizens. First up is the European Parliament, the directly elected lawmaking body of the EU. Next, we have the Council of the European Union, which represents the governments of the member states. The European Commission, the executive of the EU, responsible for proposing new legislation and making sure that member states follow EU law. And last but not least, we have the Court of Justice of the European Union, who interprets the law and settles any legal disputes. Okay, the European Union is a big and complicated organism, but the question is, how does it help its member states? To find out, let's have a look at EU's budget for the period 2021 to 2027, which is 1.2 trillion euros. The bulk of this sum goes towards developing rural areas and conserving the environment, protecting external borders, innovation in digital, security and defense, and sustainability. On top of this, the EU has created an 800 billion euros fund designed to help countries affected by the COVID-19 pandemic to get their economies back in shape. Nice, but begs the question, how does the European Union have such a big budget? The main resource contributors are customs duty, value-added tax collected by member states, and each member's contribution proportional with its economical power. However, it's not all about money. It's about making part of a community sheltered by wars, in which, instead of freezing in a boot camp, you are free to attend university and work and travel in 27 of the most developed countries in the world. You have access to a bigger job market and access to free educational programs. You have consumer and passenger rights valid everywhere in the EU, and fresh air is considered a necessity, not a luxury. In the past, the European Union has faced some adversity, from the Yugoslav wars in the 90s, the financial crisis in 2008, to the migrants crisis in 2015. Today, EU's key objectives are strengthening European economies after the COVID pandemic and accelerating the transition to sustainable energy sources. Every year in September, the leader of the European Commission holds a speech called the State of the Union Address, or the State of the European Union, possibly one of the most important events on the whole continent. The speech talks about the current situation of the EU, the challenges faced in the last year, and the priorities for the next year. If you're looking to find exactly what's going on in the European Union from the people that administrate it, the meeting takes place on 14th of September. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you found this information useful. If you'd like to support this starting channel, Patreon link is in the description.